Alright guys, we're in draft apparently of game number 3, which I had no idea that is happening now. Kalista ban on blue, Senna ban on red. Kalista ban is a target ban against Jazu. I think only 2 teams so far play Kalista. I think it's mainly Rogue and SK. Lilia from blue. Seems like Fnatic doesn't want any business with Lilia in this game. Thrash from red. Thrash has been banned a lot. First of all, I thought it was just a target ban, but right now it's being banned a lot against both sides, so I don't really know what to make of this ban. Caitlyn, that's interesting. I didn't think Asuka was a Caitlyn team, but nevertheless, Caitlyn does get banned. And now the last ban coming in will be Udyr. Yeah, Udyr is a standard red set ban now. We have a lot of B1s here that are orphan, like Seraphine, for example. Fnatic did pull out Seraphine a couple of weeks ago, I believe, so this could definitely be a moment where they could pick it again. Right now it's a Kai'Sa, however, but this doesn't mean it's gonna be Kai'Sa. It's gonna be TF instead. TF has been open after a long time, usually banned a lot in Europe. Now, what Niske doesn't realize is that TF has a curse on Fnatic, so good luck, have fun. R1, R2 now. Seraphine is open, would be a nice pickup here. By SK if they decide to opt into it. It's gonna be Tristana. Now, Tristana is indeed flex into into mid lane and bot lane mainly. But I can, I can inform you guys that Tristana has a huge winning matchup into TF if they wanna pick her into mid lane. Graves. I don't like Graves and Tristana pairing together because both hate the same thing, which is Ninja Tabis and armor. So they're gonna need a lot of magic damage to compensate for this job that's happening right now. Maybe they're picking Grace because it's like a takeaway from Selfmade, right? I think lately Grace has been played a lot by Selfmade. When Lilia and Udyr are out, if I remember correctly, it's gonna be Kai'Sa on 2 and Rel on 3. Rel is also probably a takeaway here. I'm kind of surprised being Kai'Sa just being picked here, because like usually you want to play Tristana into Kai'Sa, right? So it's like kind of strange. Maybe they just think Tristana's gonna go mid no matter what. They were hovering Seraphine there for a brief second, but it seems like they changed it into Alistar, which is really meh. But I guess both bot lanes are gonna be heavy all-in if this is indeed Tristana bot lane, which I'm not too sure of. So what you're gonna notice here is that a lot of junglers are probably gonna get banned here in the second rotation, and this might leave Selfmade into a very dry pool. He does play champs like Evelynn. Doubt he would play her in this game though specifically. Maybe he just pulls out Talon from his solo queue games. That could be an option, obviously. Or like if he were to do Talon, I don't think Talon is a troll pick by any means. I think his champion is actually competitive viable completely on multiple roles. So Asuka is actually gonna ban Nidalee and Gragas, so both are kind of jungle bans. Gragas also being a top lane ban mainly. So kind of curious to see what Selfmade is gonna play this game. Seraphine and Orianna on left side though. Seraphine is a good ban. Orianna is like not so good, I would say. Yeah, I personally think like probably Syndra is probably a better ban if you want to ban on only an AP champion. So it's gonna be Ryze on 4. Ryze is also a vacuum answer into TF. Obviously it does beat TF easily. So now we're going to 4-5. So is it gonna be Talon? Kha'Zix's not the greatest. Talon's corner maybe. Karthus. Not sure, like nothing else comes to my mind. I think Rek'Sai would be terrible. Taliyah could be one. They have CC for Taliyah, and she has people obviously overreacted to her nerfs, where she's actually just better mid and late game. Obviously just a weaker, slow early game. And then Renekton on 5 to pair with obviously TF and Taliyah for CC stun. Renekton obviously a better pick than something like Aatrox or Sat. No Gnar ban though, which is what I'm kind of surprised. So we're gonna see what Sion or Gnar probably as a vacuum answer, because Gragas is banned. It's gonna be the whole draft. Fnatic obviously has a lot of setup for Taliyah, very reliant on Taliyah to go ahead. Jungle matchup can be super snowballish. So I guess we're gonna see how it goes. I think the better scaling is probably on SK's side. Yeah, SK should have the better scaling. I think in the higher tiers of play, I would probably prefer SK draft here. Fnatic draft should be easier to play. So, okay, we're in the game. Seems like top lane, Beeper just lost some HP, but nothing really happened, right? So they placed a ward into the blue side area. Fnatic has also a defensive ward on the right side of the map. Niski gonna go and ward Raptors. This is going to see one Raptor small, so obviously if Fnatic checks it with just the mouse, right, they're gonna be able to see. Thinks he's doing Rat into Raptors, gonna skip Crocs. This is so you're faster at the crop and more synced with the crop timer, but you do one camp last, which I'm not a big fan of.
away that crack
I don't
for free, just walking straight up into that topside river. As Whip was
So
already
Bippo dashes into... Why is Bippo dashing into Graves though? Does he beat him? Oh. Okay, he does a lot of fucking damage. Alright. Never mind. Doran's Blade start, I guess. Does a lot more damage than like a Doran Shield, obviously.
You have no vision there, you have no camps there. Meanwhile, bot lane, bit of a fight.
Bot lane all in. They're going hard into Hillsong stuns. Both has no remount or whatever it's called. He's going super low. Is he going to burn flash? No, he flashes back in. Tristana manages to jump and things cannot trade a single kill. I guess they have everything under control here in bot lane. This is gonna put Fnatic's bot lane massively ahead right now, and it seems like SK's bot lane actually can't lane. If you look at the CS department, they actually just cannot lane. And now Fnatic also has the TF ult threat, but so does the Ryze. They're going in. Ryze is ulting behind them, but this is looking really flippy. Does this even do anything? I mean, Ryze doesn't really have enough mana or damage right now. He does one cycle of combo, and then he needs way too much time to get into the second one. And I mean, Fnatic is a strong opponents. Bippo also goes mid to push in the mid wave, and now he's gonna go back top, loses little minions. I mean, this teamwork coming in from Fnatic is just way better than SK. They're just individually stomping bot lane. Jungle is also getting super outpatted. Game is looking super rough already, and it's only minute 6 into the game. It's gonna go instantly look for a mid lane gang. They do know Ryze has no clans. This is very simple. If this doesn't work, he would waste a lot of time. But I think there's a chance it does work. Niski with the flash, Selfmade with the flash in. Do they have the damage? Spellbook on Niski? Yes, they do. The gank is successful. I guess the setup is just too easy at that point. I don't know why Ryze is also running clans, by the way. This is just like, why running clans and building mercs? So now they're walking into bot set. Now do remember, Niski has a free roam timer, I guess, so to speak, and Selfmade has ult. He's going in, but his Selfmade inting is my question. He might get one pot before he gets a kill. Yes, he does, and now Tristana gets a reset. Jumps away. No one's going to die. What a huge misstep here. He just threw all his lead away, and now Grace is actually going to be equal with him. I don't know why they're thinking of doing this though. Niski could just stay mid and push another wave and then get a huge, bigger lead for himself and then just wait for TF ult and play slow. I don't know why they're so, like, they think they're on clock or something. So back into the game, they're controlling bot side of the river. Seems like Fnatic bot lane probably has to respect. They're going for Selfmade's red buff. This could be picked and snatched away. Actually, no, they're going to drop it and make it reset. Alright, so no still there. Things wasting a bit of time, but instead he's gonna go for instantly a Drake take here. And Hillsong has no ward. He's actually gonna Hex Flash in, but he can dash backwards. He's just gonna stall the Drake, take some HP damage. But this is still gonna be SK's Drake, so this is honestly not a bad pickup. I mean, they didn't lose anything in other lanes, and waves are bouncing and everything. Beeper just has cooling name, which is really good against Sion, and then also attacks us every wave. So I think the way Beeper's playing top lane this game is super good. So Beeper actually does Crocs of Graves too. He's gonna get super funneled here. This is really nice to see actually. It's gonna be actually a super high CS Renekton game. I think that's Renekton's doing really well in lane right now. Ask is looking. They're in a really bad spot right now for sure in the game. Gold lead this early into the game when he's this huge is super impactful.
But it's the roam threat from the rest of Fnatic that's really stopped.
Fight into river. They're engaging into Hilly. Sunk. He goes back to Tristana. Tristana ults him away and then flashes in and dies. I don't know why he flashed in instead of flashing just out. Niski now dies too, and now Upset's getting caught. Tristana does her resets. Alistar almost gets the auto attack on, but now he's greeting huge Ryze ult. And Upset's gonna die too. What? Oh my god. How? Why? No. Like, okay, so Hillsong gets caught, W's into Tristana. Tristana fail ults him, gets to safety, and then he can just flash back downwards, and his team can disengage. Instead flashes in, baits Niski in as well. They all die, and then Upset also gets baited. Almost tries to finish Alistar instead of running, which is also a mistake because you don't want to trade 1-for-1 with Alistar anyway, and then dies. I mean, these are huge throws. Now the gold lead is actually almost back into Asuka's favor. And I think does still have Herald, and it seems like it's gonna be casted right now in bot lane to get all the remaining plates. Now the thing about this Herald is it's actually it actually gives tempo to Fnatic, but because they see 55 seconds to Dragon spawn, I would much rather just see them deny plates maybe. But anyway, tower gets executed and there's a Sion TP behind. He's getting focused quite heavily. He's kiting towards his teammates. Beepo gets focused quite. Beepo is really fat in this fight. 797 heal coming in. Fucking massive, but is he going to die? He gets picked up in the end 1-for-1. Beepo was the largest member here. Nice stop on Chistana jump. This is fight. I don't even know what the fuck is happening. Seems like Fnatic is just winning though. Blue is the only remaining member, but I think as TF stun card into Kaisa pop, they're just gonna wait for the CC because now. Ooh, clans! Nah, it's not gonna be enough. Nice try. It's not gonna be enough.
I think Blue is a guy that we have to keep our eyes on because he is getting stronger. Moving closer and closer, but now Hylissang fishing for the engage. Tinks, who's been caught out. The follow-up.
Things gets caught, gives 300 gold to Fnatic. Okay, I mean, there for a moment there, it was looking like Fnatic might have thrown the game away a bit, but seems like they're back in control, and Mountain Shake, which is stronger than Inferno, gets into their favor. And now also gold lead all of a sudden only from 1k to 4k. I mean, honestly, like, how is SK gonna look to win this game? I'm not too sure. You know, like when you're this far behind in early game, you can't really play. 1 minute 40 till Dragon. That's probably where we're gonna see action. Should SK skip to Jax? Yes, 100%. They need to.
As people say he is, but he's definitely shown up and proven all the people that maybe question his abilities that he is a top 3 AD carry in Europe, and he has been
Alright, they're engaging into Beepo. He did not respect the cheese strat into top lane. Now he's getting kinda gunned down and manages to survive due to being super far ahead and has Stark second. And now Hylissang gonna die for it. Small comeback for SK. They're not gonna lose a lot by going for these kills. And they burnt also Beepo's ult and flash. Now they're actually just gonna force Baron. Now Beepo does have TP. Obviously Fnatic is probably going to go try to defend that fight. I think giving SK Baron would be quite, you know, huge. Let's see how they play it though. TF has Ghost. Stuns the Alistar. Alistar is gonna be slowly focused down here. I mean, there's just no follow-up engage, right? Because they can kite him, and it seems like Clan's also being burnt on Ryze, and now they have no escape. Ryze should have run warp way faster. Niski with a fast gold card there, gonna be another pickup. I mean, okay. Now SK is behind again, and now Fnatic could be the one starting Baron, to be honest. They have tools to go like to the wall. They have double smite also. Look at Niski's summoning spells. When it's 1.5, they can obviously smite together. It's gonna be very hard for Graves to steal. They're double smiting it, and there we go. Baron is down. And I think the game is over. Now they're gonna go for 1-1. I do like that. I mean, I do like that they're not playing 1-4 like fucking every LEC team does. And they're just gonna be able to probably break here towers and everything. Slowly and surely. I mean, we're just waiting right now on Beepo. Pushing top lane. And the lane that Ryze is not on is the lane that's most vulnerable. Probably the lane that Sion is on is the lane that's most vulnerable. This has the least wave clear and cannot deal with cannon minions. Seems like Fnatic instead are just gonna back now. Actually, not gonna siege anymore. Alright, I mean, like guys, to be honest with you all, there's no way SK can win this game. This game is just over, man. Tanky gold lead at minute 25 with the team that Fnatic has. They're just gonna roll over them. Rapid fire completed with TF. I mean, now just no contemplate begins because he's starting to throw gold cards that stun opponents for a long time. And gold card is Kaisa W landed, gold card can be Rel W landed, gold card can mean Italia land spells, gold card can mean anything, and it's just too easy to play Fnatic's comp. They also have insurance policies due to TF. If someone gets caught, they can always be there. Same for Kaisa ult, same for Talia ult. So yeah.
Bad games coming in from Whippo. Last week it was the shift back to the full AP Gragas, and since then it feels like Fnatic have been somewhat unleashed, playing incredibly dominantly. That said, potentially going to be the catch out.
Okay, they're engaging into Graves. Graves gets one shot, Alistar coming in, but there's obviously no follow-up. Beepo getting focused, and for Hylissang, they're managing to survive due to being so overfat. And obviously the rest of the team comes in, and there's just too much damage. Everyone cleans up. Quadra kill, I think, for upset, I think. Yep. And there it is. MVP this game. Well, it's either bot lane or jungle, I guess, because like game was decided really early on from bot and jungle, but yeah, I think everyone played completely well. Because the biggest lead came from bot lane and jungle, and also top lane, I guess. Mid lane you can't really get a lead because you're playing TF versus Ryze, you're just supposed to support teammates, so honestly it would be impossible to get MVP here if you're TF. GG.